Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, or good dinner, or good whatever. Also, it seems like I might be having performance issues on this computer for some reason, despite literally being plugged in. But anyway, I wanted to just do a little bit of an update video. And don't worry, there's not going to be something like, oh, I'm quitting YouTube or something. Probably going to be a while for that to happen permanently. But what I am going to do is I'm probably going to take a break from it because in a day I'm going up to Liberty. And yes, I've already got pretty much everything packed. Like even in my room, like I've got a bunch of the stuff already packed for the most part. And yes, I have pretty much everything packed. And so now the only thing really left is just tomorrow morning I'm gonna go visit some friends, visit some family, and then eventually it'll be roomed in for the next semester. And so there's a chance I probably won't record almost anything. And reason being is just because this might get busy, as well as I'm having six other roommates. And so I'm just really not sure if they're going to really vibe with it. I'm also just not really sure that, yeah, as I said, not really sure if they're going to have time for it or it's going to, or like if I want to do it, I'm probably going to have to do it collaborating with somebody and like make it like really unique though. Because I don't, that's just something I just didn't really like about my channel for a good bit is because a lot of people, especially early fans of the channel, might have noticed something, which is that if you were to look at my channel like 6 months to a year ago, it had about 240, 250 videos on there, and yet if you look at the video count of this video now, by the time I record this, it's roughly 70 videos left. And the reason I deleted like over half of the channel is because looking back at it, I did not like how I was. I tried to do the whole variety channel thing where for like I think it was like 2 years or something, I was basically just posting whatever. And so I couldn't decide like, all right, do I want to do stop motion? Do I want to do gaming? Do I want to do theories? Like there was all this different stuff that I could have done, and it took me a long time to actually settle on something. So that's when I figured out that I really loved making theories or doing animation videos. And yet, when I looked at a lot of the older ones, like this year, I decided like look back at my old content to see, okay, what in the world did I actually do? And I realized how much of a moron I was. Like I remember like half the like some of the explanation videos I made, they had like have to do with like actually explaining something diversely, and it was just my opinion. And I remember looking at that nowadays and just thinking like, why did I think this was a good idea? And then on top of that, most of the stuff I got popular on my channel was stuff that wasn't really even mine. That or it was stuff that seemed like low effort, stuff that just did not seem like it would be good. Like literally, you can see this on the community post tab. One of the most popular things on my channel was this. It was a map pack clip from Game Theory, and it was like a thing on I think he was like screaming Music Man or something, but it was 5 seconds and it got like 103,000 views or something. And so I realized most of the comments I would get were from that, and most of like and the good bit of the subscribers are. Like, something you'll notice is my channel has about 900 subscribers, and yet if you were to look at the most popular videos right now, there's almost no videos that have like more than like 1,000 that actually make sense as to what that subscriber count is. And so that was probably why. And there's also a Rick and Morty theory I did that had like 39 or 63,000 or something. But I deleted that one recently just because looking back at it, it was kind of dumb because even the comments realized that I was being very subjective or like it was it kind of was like a parody video, but it was like I think I was trying to I think it was called like How to Kill Mr. Frundles or something. It was a like a parasite character from Rick and Morty. I was going through different ways of like how do you kill a parasite essentially. And yet it's like it's kind of obvious if you ever watched it that it was like parody induced. It wasn't like actually scientific. And so then even looking at that, I just thought that was dumb. A lot of my explanations were kind of dumb. A bunch of my gaming videos, I was like a little nuisance on online multiplayer, and even some of my ideas I thought was pretty funny at the time, I was just so daggone annoying that and my edits just absolutely sucked. And so yeah, so most of like the stuff on the channel of like those who are on the channel for originally will realize the edits are gone. Pretty much all the gaming videos except for like two or three of my friends are gone. Let's see, at least half the explanation videos are gone. A lot of the end of month challenges I used to do are gone, except for the ones that were actually like with some people. Like, well, by people I mean my mother. But yeah, like a lot of like the vlog stuff and most of everything with my dog, they're still there. All that stuff's still there. And another thing I also did was I made a series called Three Random Analogs for a while. It's kind of like branching off that like three scary games trend, but as I'd find like analog horrors, react to them, and rank them. And I actually got some like I wouldn't say big creators, but like I got some a bunch of creators like actually watched it for a while. And I even have I have a playlist, I think it's called like Complex Collabs or something. And it's like videos like I was included in, like whether it was just like someone posted my video into their video or they actually invited me. There was one thing, there was like a Five Nights at Freddy's short or something where one of these guys invited me to actually voice act for it. And it's like that's actually, I'm pretty sure that one's on that playlist. But anyway, so the reason I deleted those, I looked back at it, and in case you don't know, I take my faith pretty seriously. Where if it's a cross, it should be obvious it's Christianity. But I was looking back at it and thinking, is any of this can I view through a Christian lens? And so like I look back at it and I just realized a lot of my content is, while I was a still a follower at that time, I didn't really like emphasize it any, or like I didn't really try to reflect like glory to God any. So I looked back at it and said, you know what? No one's probably going to remember this content anyway, so let's just delete it. And so I did. And so now if you're wondering why like three or four of my most recent uploads are stuff revolving around the Christian theme, whether that be the Noah's Flood thing I made or the two-part video I did with theology and karate, that's the main reason why, is I also thought it could be some stuff I was thinking could be kind of unique. And so that's kind of just like a little bit of an update of what's going on. But yeah, so if I do a post anything as of recently after this, it's gonna either be something that some of my college dorm mates want to do, or if they don't mind, or just just something. We'll see. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But if I don't do anything, then this was fun for a while. I'm not gonna like permanently leave YouTube. Like I'll still post every once in a while. But if I don't post anything for a while, that's why. But the main thing I want to do with the channel now is in a Christian rebrand, whether it's subtle or actually explicit. Like I'm not like a preacher or anything, so I'm not too worried about that. But like something that like here's the other thing I want to do is like I'm someone that really likes to write. I want that for like my career. I also like love how people work, so like psychology is also a thing that I'm trying to go for. And something that I've noticed is that I absolutely love films and shows, and I even have some friends that got me introduced into anime not that long ago as well. But that specific sitcoms, different narrative shows, different films, like I love the aesthetic too because it shows a way of showcasing how deep people can be people, humanoids, whatever. But I've noticed that there's a lot of Christian themes that can be reflected in there. And so what I was thinking that is for some of my content, I can kind of reflect that a little bit, or, in some way try to reflect some sort of like Christian characteristic, whether it be bluntly or most likely subtly. I'll probably be like more subtle with it, but it'll still be like something that can either be grounded in film, psychology, but also through like a Christian lens in some way or another. And so that way it's not like I'm not trying to like completely convince you of Christianity. I'm basically just trying to educate into how something reflects it. And even like with stuff I'm writing, I'm trying to do like a more subtle approach, kind of like how people like C.S. Lewis and Tolkien did it, where it was clear of what the Christian imagery represented was, but they were hardly ever like really blunt with it, as in like you had to specify that. Like it's like there's some things I know C.S. Lewis especially did like theology, but if he wasn't covering like actual theology of Christianity, it would be like fictional stories that had reflections in it. And so yeah, but yeah, but like in case you're wondering why there's like no uploads for a good while, that's essentially why. But I just addressed that because I feel like even though I've said it in the post as to why I deleted a bunch of it and why I'm doing this stuff with the channel nowadays, I didn't give like a full explanation as to what my thought process was or as to why I was doing this or why my schedule is so inconsistent. Because in all honesty, at this point, I don't even really expect to get a lot of money from YouTube. Like I see this more as a hobby. But I don't expect to get like a million subs or anything like that. But just just something fun that I can kind of look back on without too many regrets. And that actually like try to give like an actual good foundation for like you know basically just like a whole wholesome kind of channel. I know there's some stuff I cover that is mature or darker, but besides that, like I try like cover in like a more wholesome light essentially. So yeah, but yeah, like I might do some videos with someone. We'll see. We'll see. There's like a roommate or two I could always do something with. I don't know. But yeah, just thank you for everyone that's been here. Like whether you've been on the channel for a long time, whether you just got here, whether you have no daggone clue what I'm talking about. Any case this is an area should be fine. Also, I'm sorry if the camera quality's weird. I don't really know fully what's going on. But anyway, just everyone just be good people. Just try to just try to help some people out and live your life to the fullest. And even like for the people that are creators out there, don't worry about perfecting. Try the best you can with your abilities and try to make the best product you can. But just remember that whatever you create, whether it's a drawing, a writing, a building, I don't know, just a story in general, whether you have fascination with cooking, or you got martial arts, or you got fashion, all these different types of things that you are involved in a creative process or just displaying something, agree with it. Not everybody is going to approve of it. And so just as long as you have, good intents, good morals around it and actually try to give a healthy reflection, I feel like that's really the base that we can do, that we can convey. Because we have too much hate in the world that we just need more people to actually just look at the positive to it. It's like if you were to make like a 9 out of 10 let's say like a 9 out of 10 dish where it's good, like you'll say it's like a pasta or something. There's like a good sauce ratio, good cook through noodles and whatnot, but then someone realizes there's like, I don't know, the cheese is cold or something. But in that case, it's like, but the cheese is like a very minor thing. So in that case, you're kind of missing the entire point of the beautiful craft someone created just for the sake of saying a negative comment that could have been said in a way better way, and you could probably just have complimented the person's work better. And so just, yeah, I don't know why I guess I'm just saying that just because as a creator myself, I know like there's a lot of pressure to kind of live in our perfected society. The fact is, though, there's only one man that was actually perfect in every way, and none of us are that man. But anyways, I know this is partially a rant, partially not, but yeah, just hope everyone's doing well, and I'm come plus to live. Hope you guys have a good rest of your summer or school starting back, however it's working for you right now, of wherever you are. And I will see you guys on the other side. Bye bye.